What's up, gang? Hey man, I had somebody in the comments asking me about work boyfriends, and you know, I work for a lot of places, so I wanted to break down the truth behind what this work boyfriend thing really is, because at the end of the day, women will never be monogamous. When they try to get you in a monogamous relationship, the only one that's monogamous is the man. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you watch this video to the very end, because I got a ton of gold nuggets in it. And without further ado, let's break this down. I got a comment from @come_back_kid 3Ds 9026. So basically he left me a comment. He said, this is dope content, bro. Make a video about how females be having work boyfriends. And he got a couple likes under this comment. So this obviously is something that people really want to know about. So at the end of the day, man, like I said, man, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of my work experience, and I'm gonna tell you about girls having work boyfriends, because I've experienced this firsthand. So straight out of college, I worked for College Pro Painters. I ran a franchise in the Northfield area of Minnesota, right? Where I basically ran a whole painting business, exterior painting business. I hired people, fired people, did all the marketing, paid for the paint, opened a business bank account, all that stuff like that. So I did that for 1 year. Like 1 whole year. After my last job, I had to paint myself because all my workers went back to school, because I hired all high school, college kids. They all had to go to school. The last house I had to paint myself. I ended up jumping into the car business, where I got my start for a massive car company in the Minnesota area. And I was at their flagship dealership, which was the Toyota dealership. So, and they hired a bunch of people young. They used to hire a bunch of like kids out of high school and college. Like that was their thing, because it was like a best place. There was a best price dealership, and they felt like they could train kids. So like before you could even sell, like the first like month or so, they'll train you, and then you'll visit the dealership and they'll train you more. So they'll train you to become a salesperson in a way. But they don't have good training. Really, my best training came from the top salespeople, because my first 6 months there, I fucking sucked, because the trainers that they have weren't top producers. So the trainers teaching you from the book, they wasn't in the field, and when they was in the field, they wasn't good. So then you learn from those guys thinking that they know how to fucking sell a car, which they don't. They give you bad information. You get there just for you to suck for 6 fucking months, damn near about to get fired. That was my situation. And then I started kicking it with the top producers, and they started teaching me how to really overcome objections, really do some shit. And then I went to like a consistent 20 to 30 car a month type guy, making a lot of money at a young age, anywhere from 10 to 15K a month. So then I went there for 2 years, and then I wanted to, test out my talent. So I went to the Mercedes-Benz dealership, which is luxury. Luxury is harder, but you run across even better salespeople who are a little bit older. So they taught me some stuff. I ended up becoming a top producer there as well. Very beautiful dealership, beautiful cars. We ran into a lot of celebrities, basketball players, things like that, selling Mercedes, because a lot of those type of players buy those type of cars. So then you start running into bigger crowds, get invited to steak dinner, stuff like that. And I did that for a while. Then I took a break from it all. I had a bunch of money saved up. I just needed to clear my head of some things. And then I jumped back. One of my boys, he became a GSM at a dealership, and it was a small Toyota dealership, but he said all the salesperson there sucked. So he kept calling me. Then I finally was like, all right, bro, I help you build a dealership. As soon as I got out there, I was #1 salesperson. I broke the records out there. I think one person, the most they sold was 30 cars out there. I think I ended up selling 33 or 35, like very early on there. I had some haters there. It was North Minnesota, so it was a little bit of racial stuff going on up there. You know what I mean? Little haters. A couple people didn't like me up there. It was just some real racial tension going up there, because this little black boy came up to this dealership and just started showing out. So it was a lot of people that really had beef with me just from pure talent. So then I ended up leaving there, and then I worked for a commission dealership. It was a Toyota dealership. It was commission. And then that's when I really started making some real money. My car volume went down a little bit, but I was making a lot of money on deals. I think my biggest deal there, I made like $2,600 on one car deal. You know what I mean? And I was still selling like close to 20 cars there. And then I said, you know what, man, I'm getting bored with the car dealership thing. I read one of Grant Cardone's books, and then I ended up working for Grant Cardone, just to realize that he wasn't who he said he was in the book. And then once Grant Cardone started playing with my money and my checks started coming short and nobody could explain it, I left Grant Cardone. I've been running my company for 3 years, right? And what I do for my company, my main company, is we lend private money to real estate investors, and they buy fix and flips, and or they refi, or they have rentals, they refinance. My parents just refinanced the house that they inherited because one of my grandparents died and left them some houses. So they refinanced it, took a lot of money out of it, and we do private money. So basically the money that we lend to investors, it don't affect their personal credit score. Even if they lost the house or foreclosed, it'll never show up on a personal credit score. So even if they lost the house, it won't have a negative impact on their personal credit score. So these are all private money loans that we get to our investors so that they can buy as many investment properties as they want without having to have any personal ties to the properties. So that's what we do now. That's the business that I run now. But the reason I want to give you that breakdown so you understand, when I start talking about this work boyfriend stuff, I have a lot of experience in this space. So at the end of the day, if your girl is working at a place where there are top producers and there are top performers, and these performers are very savvy individuals, your girlfriend is not safe. I always tell people, in the back of your mind, if you have the thought that your girlfriend might have a work boyfriend, you cannot label that girl your main. You cannot take her serious. That is not a girl that can live with you. That is not a girl that you can have a family with. That is not a girl. If you even have the slightest thought that she's like that, 9 times out of 10, trust your gut. Because me being in the dealerships and being a top performer, there were so many girls that came in with boyfriends, that were married, that had all this stuff going on with them, and if I wasn't fucking them, one of the top producers was fucking them. And what would happen is a lot of us would fuck the same girls. So it was a lot of crossover, right? It'll be girls that I'll be fucking, then I'll be hearing one of the top guys talking about he was fucking her, and I'll be like, damn, I just fucked that bitch the other day. And then it was so wild for me. So let me tell you how it played out for me. And it might not be like this at every place, but when I was at the dealership, I was a top producer. You know, you can see the numbers on the board. You see the numbers that we selling. They know I'm clearing 10 to 12K every single goddamn month. And a lot of these cute ass girls, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of them suck at selling cars. Like, for real. Like, they suck at sales. You know what I mean? They always at the bottom of the list 9 times out of 10. Every now and again, you'll get a diamond in the rough. You'll get one chick, and then when she was good, she was a savage. But here's what I'll tell you about a girl, the top salesman girls. There was only a few of them, right? And this dealership, the specific dealership I was at, probably had over 40, 50 salespeople just at that dealership. So it was a big ass dealership, a lot of volume. We sold a shit ton of cars. Like, it was wild. You know what I mean? So even at our dealership, there was no girls at our dealership that was good, actually. There was no top producer girl, but this dealership owned a bunch of dealerships. So out of all the employees that this dealership had, which was thousands and thousands of employees, there were probably only 2 to 3 girls that was actually good. And everybody else, all the top producers, was all men. But the 2 to 3 girls that were actually good, all of the top guys slept with, including myself. So all of the girls that was actually good at sales, they was hooking up with pretty much all the other top producers. It was wild. And these girls did they did come in with boyfriends, or they'll be on and off with their boyfriend, or whatever the case is. Who knows what the fuck, if the shit they was telling us was true. But not only would they hook up with me, they'll hook up with the other top guys at the place. You get what I'm trying to say? So that was the thing with that, right? The top producers, the few girls that were top producers, what we've noticed and what I've noticed in the car dealerships is every top producer was promiscuous. There was never one girl that was a top producer that didn't throw that pussy. I've never met one. I've never met a girl that was really good at sales that didn't fuck a lot. Like, it's just it's something about girls being good in sales and their pussy's always wet and horny. It's just something about that shit. I don't know what it is. Girls that are excellent at fucking sales, they pussies are fucking horny as fuck. And it'll be crazy because, like, when I was catching a lot of girls at the dealerships that I was at, I would always keep it on the low for the most part. Like, I'd never tell nobody I was catching them. Like I'd keep the shit on the low. But what ended up happening is the other top guys, they would always tell me who they was catching, and there would be a lot of overlap. So like, my boy would say a name, he'd be like, oh man, shit, man. He said, you know, old girl, she work at the what's name? She work at the Dodge, the Jeep Dodge thing. He said, man, I'm clapping her ass. I be clapping her too. You feel me? And then he'll talk about another top salesman. Oh, you know the girl over there? And what's name? Oh, I think she got a man. Man, I knocked her ass off too. I'd be like, damn, I knocked her ass off too. Like, you feel me? But I wouldn't be telling him, but I'll be like keeping it inside. The type of nigga I never told who I was fucking, but I always just be like, oh, for real? Shit, man, that's crazy. But inside I'd be like, nigga, I'm fucking that bitch too. That's crazy as fuck. So what would end up happening is there was a lot of promiscuity in the place with top producers. So, and I've always thought this. Now, this is just because of my experience, but anytime I see a girl that is a top earner, I automatically think promiscuous. Like, that's just something that's instilled in me, because every top sales girl that I've ever met throw that pussy. Like, they just can't fucking help it. They throw that pussy. Now, there was another group of girls that was in there, because this place hired a bunch of cute ass girls, and the son of the owner, I mean, the people who owned this dealership was rich as fuck. The son of the owner of the dealership was a party boy. He liked to fuck a lot too, and he would fuck girls that worked there and shit like that. So it was just a wild like place. Like I think they was intentionally hiring just hot cute ass girls at this place. But they were bringing these new girls. Most of these girls wouldn't last for 3 months because they wasn't that good at sales. Most girls aren't really good at sales. Like I said, it was like 3 out of thousands that was actually good. So the ones that weren't good, the hot ones, the top producers would still fuck them. I remember we had a Instagram model looking chick. She was a bodybuilder or whatever the case is. Her boyfriend was a bodybuilder. So imagine this. Imagine you her boyfriend. You are a bodybuilder. You get your girl to be a bodybuilder, but when she becomes a bodybuilder, she just look hot as fuck. Like, blonde hair, blue eyes, flat stomach, big fat juicy ass, like just bad as fuck. You turn this bitch into a badass bitch just for her to work at the dealership, and 4 niggas fuck this bitch, me being one of them. I can't say names, but a Middle Eastern guy, no, he's Egyptian guy fucked her. I fucked her. A nigga that wasn't a top producer fucked her just because he was cool with me. And I told him how, because he kept asking me, because the girl kept following me around after I broke her bed type shit. So then he kept asking me, man, how you fucked her? And I'm like, because this is what usually happened with me. When I was at the dealerships, I was always busy. So when I did talk to a bitch, it was quick in and out. Like, if it was a new bitch and she was hard not to talk to, this bitch had a big old fat ass. So she come in there and I'm like, oh shit, what made you want to sell cars? But it'll be quick. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta run to this client. Run to the client, sell a car, come back. I'll be like, oh yeah, back to what we was talking about. I'll be like, matter of fact, I be too busy here. What's your number? Get the number, text something up, meet her for a drink after work, knock her ass down type shit. So then my boy but after I knock her down, now I'm in the dealership still busy, but now this bitch want to kind of follow me around a little bit around the dealership. Like, hey man, hey, go get some customers or something, man. I'm like, shit, I can't be talking. Like, I be busy and shit. So then my boy was like, bruh, I see old girl following you, bruh. And I know you hooking up with her. And I'm like, nah, bruh, I ain't hitting her. He be like, bruh, you can't lie to me, bruh. Like, I know, bruh, I see the way she looking at you. So then I tell him, I say, once or twice. He be like, bruh, you know she got a man, right? And I'm like, nah, nigga, I ain't know she got a man. He's like, yeah, nigga, why you think, nigga, her man a bodybuilder type shit. So I'm like, oh, for real? She's like, she a bodybuilder. I'm like, oh, all right. And he be like, bruh, just tell me how you hit her, bruh. So I told the nigga I hit her. I said, oh, this. That nigga said, all right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I was like, all right, nigga, fair game. The nigga did the same thing that I did. Got a number, took her for a drink, knocked her ass down. You feel me? Then but the Egyptian nigga was the first nigga. Come to find out, the Egyptian nigga that fucked her was the first nigga to fuck her. Now, she had a whole man who sat there and taught this girl how to bodybuild, got her a big old juicy fat ass, did all this shit, got her on the right diet, got her eating just to plump her up for her to run around some sharks. Niggas that's really moving cars, niggas that's savvy, motherfuckers that know how to move around, know how to talk. And she slept with 4 niggas at the goddamn dealership that she's working at. 4 niggas. One nigga, myself, broke her fucking bed, bro. I broke the bitch's bed, bro. And then when the other nigga hit her, cause I told him I broke the bed. When he hit her doing what I told him to do with the chick, he said, damn, yeah, nigga, her bed was broke, nigga. She still ain't fixed that shit. I'm like, nigga, this is some wild ass shit, bro. Like, the streets is not safe. And it'll be crazy cause you hitting her thinking that you hit, like, it would get so crazy. Like, I put this on everything. It was another girl that was crushing on me. I did the same shit because I'm too busy. I got too many clients, so I can't really talk to you. I'll get their number, whatever the case is. Light-skinned chick, she had a BBL, right? So they sucked the fat out of her goddamn stomach, they stuffed it in her ass, and she was a mixed chick. So she was like a caramel color with like green eyes, big fat juicy ass, sexy as fuck. Everybody trying to hit on her. Bro, I get her on a date, we eat, I go to making out with her in my car, I go to rubbing up her thigh. Bro, she came to the fucking date with no drawers, bro. Came to the date with no drawers. Go back to her crib, put dick in her. After I dick her down, she's taking videos of me laying in her bed, saying, I'm gonna keep this for life. Like, I can't believe, like, you laying in my bed right now. I'm like, hey, bro, chill with the videos and shit, bro. Like, she was taking pictures and videos of me laying in her fucking bed, bro. Like, real type shit. And then she would send me, while I'm at work, she would send me pictures of her in the bathroom playing with her pussy, saying, I'm thinking of you right now, while I'm working. And then while I was at work, I'm dealing with a fucking client. She walks up to me while I'm getting the car for the client. She's like, hey, I just want to let you know that I think I'm pregnant. And I think it's yours. So we need to talk about this. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, motherfucker? Like, god damn, chill the fuck out, bro. Like, relax, nigga. I'm at work. You feel me? Come to find out, I'm like, all right, bro, we'll talk about it, but shit, I'm busy as fuck. I'll get back to you when I can. One of the owner's sons threw a big ass house party. So all of the who's at the dealership, because there's thousands of employees, so he ain't gonna invite everybody, but he gonna invite the cool motherfuckers. So he invited me to the house party. She ended up being at the house party. Come to find out, she drinking and shit. So I pulled her aside. I'm like, how you fucking drinking if you pregnant? And she's like, oh, I thought I was pregnant, but my period came and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you tripping, bro. Like, I'm saying, so you got me over here stressed out, thinking I'm about to have a fucking kid and shit. Don't you think you should have let me know this shit before, you feel me? And she's just like, oh, I forgot. Bitch. I was like, bro, I walked out the fucking party. I'm like, see, this the shit I can't fucking deal with. So that was a situation. Come to find out, after all that shit was going down, she had a man and she had kids. Didn't find that out until after she had 2 kids with the man. Come to find out, I gotta find out from other people, because she all up over, because they seen how she was acting with me in the party, and they seen me walk out, and my boy's like, damn, nigga, you fucking her too. Because the type of nigga that I am, I'm gonna let you know, when I was fucking hoes since I was a kid, like when I got cold, nobody would know I was fucking these hoes. Niggas in my hood still didn't know how many hoes I was fucking, because I always just kept my mouth shut. You feel me? I always, for the most part, kept my mouth shut. Every now and again, shit would slip out, because niggas just be watching me type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas just be like watching, or the girl will fucking let it slip out. Like, if the girl was like, oh, I slept with CJ, oh, I slept with this, or blah, blah, blah. If the girl let it slip out, I couldn't do nothing about it. Because I never told the girl to shut the fuck up. I just was naturally, like, I'll literally get done fucking the bitch, even when I was in high school, when I was at the car dealership, whatever case is, I'll literally get done fucking the bitch. I will get head on the lunch break type shit from a bitch, go back into the place, and just act like ain't shit happened. Like, I go right back to selling cars, go back right back to doing what the fuck I've been doing. Like, I've been on that type of time. Like, I could literally just got some head, because the way I look at it is like, I know that the majority of bitches is hoes, but if you notice, I'm never gonna put a bitch name on blast or nothing like that, because I know bitches is hoes. Like, I knew that since I was a fucking kid, because I was getting cheated on, nigga. So I knew bitches was hoes low key. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I really realized that bitches really get off like this, what I did was I was like, you know what? Every bitch I fuck, I'm just gonna protect their identity. You feel me? If it come out through somebody else that she fucking getting around, okay then. But it ain't gonna come from me. Goddamn, I'm just gonna keep catching these motherfucking hoes and keep my mouth shut for real. And that was just a promise I made to my motherfucking self. I don't know why I made that goddamn promise, but I did. Because I was trying to protect these hoes. Because I knew these bitches was hoes. But at the end of the day, I was just like, man, that ain't my business to spread. I'm just gonna keep clapping these hoes. And to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. I think that helped me get a lot of pussy just fucking on these hoes and keep my mouth shut. Because I would fuck bitches not knowing that the reason I fucked the bitch was because another bitch told her about me. And I wouldn't know that until after I fucked the bitch. Like, I'll fuck a bitch and the bitch be like, oh, I knew you was gonna fuck me like this. Or I knew you was, oh, she was right. And I'd be like, who you talking about? And then she'll say the girl name. And then she'd be like, oh, she told me that's how you fucked her or something like this or something. I'd be like, nigga, she told you this shit? She'd be like, yeah. She's like, that's why I wanted to try it for myself. So I'd be like, oh shit, like, these bitches be talking too. Like, they like niggas for real. Because you gotta understand, niggas used to always come to me talking about all the bitches they be fucking. And a lot of the times, the shit would overlap. Like a motherfucker nigga be like, oh man, bruh, you seen Shawty right there? Bruh, I had her in the motherfucking bathroom hollering, nigga. I done caught Shawty, but I never tell my nigga. Like, you feel me? I be like, oh, for real? He be like, nigga, that pussy was good than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Me already catching the bitch, I'm like, man, her pussy was, in my head, I'm like, her pussy was fishy as fuck. But the way he explained it, like it was the best pussy in the world, to me, I'm like, damn, that bitch fishy as fuck. But like, it will be situations like that. So, getting back to the topic at fucking hand, bro. A lot of these bitches come into these motherfucking dealerships or law firms is real big on this shit too. I knew a dude that owned a law firm, and he said after owning a law firm, he said, I made a promise to myself to never allow my daughter to date a lawyer. He said a lawyer could come in with a wife, with kids, with a family, and still fuck every cute girl in the motherfucking office. Like, the dude that owned the law firm, like any fucking place where there's like high level guys that's spending a lot of time around the bitch, her date, she's gonna get folded eventually, right? She's gonna get folded. Now the only way she's not getting folded is if she's surrounded with low quality niggas. Like for example, I was fucking with a chick, she worked at a bank. And then she kept trying to tell me, she's like, oh, you gotta come to my holiday party at the bank. So I slid up there to a holiday party. Bro, some of the weakest men I ever seen in my life was at that fucking holiday party. Like, if you got a bitch working for a company like that, like, niggas was weak as fuck. Niggas was just fucking weird hair. Like, motherfuckers like the scum of the earth type shit in Minnesota. I was like, damn, nigga, you working with these niggas? Like, if a bitch working at a place like that, you might be alright. You feel me? But if she working at a place where there's some real dogs there, bro, I've seen it firsthand. These bitches be fucking for real. And it's always the top guys. It's always the top salesman. It's always the top this. Even the chick that recruited me to the first dealership that I went to, big booty, blonde. She's one of the reasons why I even decided to sell cars. This bitch was bad as fuck. Hot as fuck. She's still hot to this day. I seen this bitch Facebook. Skinny waist, big old booty, blonde hair, blue eyes, bad as fuck bitch, right? Come to find out, I didn't fuck her because she always looked at me as like the nigga she fucking recruited and shit. She remembered me when I sucked and shit. So I never got to fuck her. But she married the GM of the Honda dealership. She got married to that nigga, right? Fat dude, white dude, but he was clearing over $300,000 a year because he was a GM of the Honda dealership. But she would always come to the Toyota dealership with us. And one of the top guys was a black guy who taught me the game. He'll teach me a lot of stuff. And every time she come up there, she'll say hi to me because she recruited me. But she'll always go to talk to him, and he'll always follow her to a car and talk to her. So I'm like, damn, this bitch bad as fuck. So I talked to my boy. I'm like, damn, man, what y'all got going on? He be like, nigga, I be fucking the shit out of that bitch, bro. I'm like, damn, for real, like that? He be like, yeah. And I'm like, ain't she married to the GM of the Honda dealership? He's like, yeah, that's why that nigga don't like me now. I be fucking the shit out of his bitch. Come to find, I mean, bro, this is how crazy this shit was. The top salesperson of our dealership, black dude, Motherfucker's raw as fuck. He was teaching me shit that got me raw. That motherfucker had a wife. He had kids. He had all that shit. This badass bitch is a recruiter. She shouldn't even be at our dealership. She should be at the fucking corporate office. She just recruit talent and put them at the dealership that she think they fit in. She shouldn't even be at our dealership. She coming up to our dealership talking to the top salesman while she's married to the GM of the Honda motherfucking dealership. Bad as fuck. Bad as fuck. Blonde, innocent looking white bitch. She look innocent type shit. Went to the University of Minnesota. You would think she was just a good ass girl. The top salesperson at our dealership fucking the shit out of this bitch every chance he get, and she married. So this is the type of shit that I'm telling you about, bro. If your girl is working for a company around some dogs, and I mean, bro, in a lot of these cases, you will never fucking know, bro. Like, I hate to say it, you will never motherfucking know. Monogamy is what men are. When they make the society and they say monogamy, the only person that they guaranteeing monogamy or they trying to guarantee monogamy out of is the man. Because no matter how innocent you think a bitch is, bro, a lot of these bitches aren't really monogamous. But it's a lot of dumbass dudes out here that believe a bitch is monogamous. They believe that the bitch is monogamous to them. A lot of them aren't. And you also got to understand that bitches will take that shit to their fucking grave. Coming from a guy who was the top salesperson at every dealership that I was at, and this happened at every dealership. You feel me? These stories go on and on and on. At every dealership that I was at, I was knocking down a chick. And a lot of those chicks, when I came to find out, they had something. They had a boyfriend. They had something, and I didn't even fucking know. You get what I'm trying to say? And even the ones that had a husband and people knew, they was still fucking in the same fucking company. That badass bitch that recruited me was fucking the top salesperson at the Toyota dealership when her husband worked at the Honda dealership. These fucking dealerships was probably only 10-minute drive away from each other, and she's fucking not only getting fucked but getting fucked, and they're all in the same fucking company. They all work for the same company. She recruits at the company. He was the Honda fucking GM, and this top salesman was the top black salesman at the Toyota dealership that I was at, who taught me the motherfucking ropes. And she was fucking both of them within the same dealership. So what the fuck you think she doing if you don't even work for the company? Whose dick do you think she's sucking, bro? If you think I'm making this shit up, bro, I was getting my dick sucked on lunch breaks type shit. And I didn't even like taking lunch breaks because I like to sell a lot. But motherfuckers be fucking saying they horny and shit, texting me pictures of them playing with themselves, talking about they miss me. Motherfucker, I'd be like, hey man, I'm finna get some to eat, ride with me. Ride with me, motherfucker, right here in the motherfucking car. Get my fucking dick sucked, go back in, act like ain't shit happened. I'll tell her, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna come through the back door, you come through the front door, like we can't come in together type shit. And she'd be like, oh, why? Nobody cares. Hey, nigga, I got a reputation to uphold, nigga. I'm out here selling cars. Fuck all this other shit. But that's the type of time I was on. I was more of like the sneaky, quiet motherfucker. But word started spreading. I was fucking a lot of hoes. Niggas started calling me Casanova. I didn't even know who the fuck that was. I had to look that nigga up. Motherfuckers just started peeping game, and girls started talking and shit, and bitch was trying to claim she was pregnant by me and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, girls get off. Now, this was back in the day. This was before Red Pill. This was before all this shit. This is before any of this shit started kicking. So, like, if girls was acting like that back in the day, imagine how the fuck they acting now. Because you got to understand, I cut my heart off cold and stopped caring before I even heard of anything Red Pill. That's how come when I started hearing Red Pill, because I was getting away from it for a little while, trying to listen to RSD and shit. And I noticed my results was plummeting when I started giving more of a fuck about a bitch and over texting and trying to sext a bitch and all this bullshit. Man, my results hit the fucking floor. And this is the thing. This is my theory about the guys that do all this sexting. Like I was watching Playing with Fire and shit. He was like, oh, I sext a bitch, and sometimes they come over. See, what happens is, these guys that's doing this, they're used to no pussy ever, really, for real. Like, they come from a place of never, ever, ever getting pussy. So, what ends up happening is, they do shit where they think that they good off of sheer harsh volume, but they never actually are fucking good. That's the same thing happened with me in the car dealership. When I first started at the car dealership, because I thought I was a shit. I ran a company. I made some money. I was knocking on doors. I was selling. I was doing all types of shit. But car sales is probably the hardest type of sales that you can probably do, next to fucking a lot of bitches. So when I first came into the car business, I thought it was the same thing, because I used to knock on a bunch of doors, and then I started getting good at like giving discounts and selling and shit. But when I got in the car business, bro, they gave me a list of people to call. I was talking to so many people. Man, I couldn't sell shit. But I thought I was selling. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, imagine talking to a whole bunch of people and only selling 8 cars in a month. Imagine, like, making a bunch of phone calls, following up, calling people back. Motherfuckers telling you, no, I end up finding a better deal at this other place. I end up doing this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, but every now and again, I still would sell 8 cars a month. So every now and again, I would get a deal. You get what I'm trying to say? So then it'll make me think like, oh, at least I'm getting better. But then only when I start kicking with the top salespeople, and them niggas was selling 30, 40, 50. Bro, the black dude I'm telling you that was the top salesperson at that place, his biggest month was 64 and a half fucking cars, bro, in 1 month. Like, that's the type of iron they was moving. The second best guy was a Vietnamese guy. He sold 55 cars in a fucking month. So this the type of fucking iron we talking about. I was a 20 to 30 guy. You feel me? I wasn't on them niggas levels. Those are number 1 and 2. Them niggas was always 1 and 2. Ain't nobody ever got close to them niggas. Them niggas was moving shit for real. 50 cars, 40 cars. Like, them niggas was up there for real. So when I was learning from those niggas, then I started realizing, oh shit, you have to, it's not just volume. You have to do stuff at a high percentage too. And that's what I took into that's why I tell people to watch my channel, because that's what I took into the dating space too. I think a lot of these guys, they get success, but they just do a shit ton of fucking volume. That's why they can get away with a bunch of dumb shit. Like when I be watching like Playing with Fire, he be like, oh you gotta sex the girl, tell her that you want to suck on her clit and blah 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 during text. I'm like, nigga, what? Nigga, that works. A broken clock is work right twice a day. Nigga, that works at a low fucking percentage, bro. You over here sexting a bitch? Bro, you know how many bitches that I sexted? That like, cause a bitch will sext you back. Sext means that you texting sexual shit all the time. A bitch will sext you back and never actually meet with you. Unless she's a flat out fucking whore. But 9 times out of 10, a bitch, if you sext, like if you talk about, oh, I can't wait to suck on that pussy bitch, and you do all that shit like that, a bitch will entertain that shit via text. But when it comes to actually meeting you for a date, this bitch will not meet with your ass, bro. She will fucking, like, she likes the attention of it, but she will not meet with your motherfucking ass, bro. Like, that's what I've noticed. And it would, and if every blue moon she would, but that's on some blue moon type shit. But what I think is happening with the dating market and these pickup artists is these guys came from 0 results. No pussy at all. So then when they finally get a bitch that they fuck, they think that works. So all they do is just up the volume times 1,000. Because they went from 0 to a bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? So they're like, damn, this worked for this one bitch this one time. Let me up it by 1,000. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is shit that works at the highest fucking overall percentage. So you don't gotta be chasing ass from sun up to sun fucking down. Like I tell you about that little Israel kid. That motherfucker from sun up to sundown every day is chasing ass. And I fuck way higher quality than him. And I probably only go out matter of fact, sometimes I go out every other weekend now and still be bagging bitches. And still be fucking bitches. And I only go out 2 days, Friday, Saturday. And it's night game. Most of these motherfucking pickup artists that you listen to, they are not good at night game. They are only good, I don't even do dating apps. They're only good at dating apps and day game. Day game is easy as fuck. Day game is so fucking easy. It's 2 girls that I fucked on day game. It was a bitch that was like walking around my apartment complex, and my main chick was out of town. And I literally said, hey, what's up? We should get a drink sometime. She said, sure. Gave me her WhatsApp. We got a drink. 3rd date later, she over my crib fucking the fuck out of this bitch. Another chick met her, what the fuck I met her? I met her, somewhere around this bitch. Like, just outside. Motherfucking one date, 2 shots. We both took 2 shots and had oysters. Back to the crib, fucking the shit out of this bitch type shit. So, day game, all that shit is actually fucking easy. Like, that shit is not fucking hard. It's actually easier with my motherfucking techniques, to be honest. But them motherfuckers be going above and beyond. Sex the bitch, text her, flirt with her, blah, blah, blah. I be like, bro, these niggas, they just happy to be getting some pussy. And then when they get some pussy, they turn their whole life into that. You feel me? They hit on bitches nonstop every fucking day. I don't got the time for that shit. I really run businesses. I got employees. I got shit like that. So the shit that I'm teaching you on my shit is actually working. And when I'm talking about this work boyfriend type shit, all of us niggas that we was all too busy and didn't care about the bitches, and we would fuck the majority of hot bitches that came that worked at the dealership or wherever the fuck we was working at the time. All of the hot bitches I was fucking. When I went to the Mercedes place, I was fucking the blonde big booty virgin chick. None of them other niggas was fucking her. I was fucking the blonde big booty fucking young ass girl she was straight out of college. They put her as an assistant for the finance team. She ended up being able to write her own deals, and I'm fucking her and nobody else can fuck her. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, when I'm talking about what be working at the highest percentage is what the fuck I be talking about. Girls love the guy that don't give a fuck about them. And one thing about those salespeople at them dealerships and these sharks and these top dogs that's fucking all these bitches, because it wasn't just about money. Like I told you, the guy that was married to the bitch that was making $300,000 a year was a GM. He didn't have the same edge as us salespeople. Because the thing about the salespeople is we really don't give a fuck about a bitch because we too worried about money and deals. So the majority of my time at these dealerships, I'm worried about a fucking deal or I'm worried about getting some money. So I barely even had time to even get to know the bitch for real. Like, I'll be talking to the bitch, she'll be a new girl, she hot as fuck, everybody be like, damn, you see the new girl? And all the salespeople that wasn't fucking her, they was all like all over her type shit. Like that little bodybuilder bitch that I fucked. Every salesperson there was like, where are you from? Like, all on her. Me, I'm writing up deals. When I do get a chance, I be like, hey, what's up? I'm CJ. They're like, oh, you new here? Oh, yeah. Oh, I got another client. Hey, I'll talk to you later. Get another client, da-da-da-da. I be like, hey, we probably ain't gonna talk much here because I be always busy and shit, but what's your number? All right, we should get a drink sometime. Boom, set it up. Boom, get that bitch like that. That's how I was. I was Mr. In and Out. Motherfucker didn't even know I was talking to her for real type shit. You know what I mean? And I was fucking at a high-ass fucking percentage. Still am fucking at a high-ass percentage. You get what I'm trying to say? So, at the end of the day, be careful who you getting your fucking information from. And be careful about, motherfuckers talking about, oh, you gotta sex them. You gotta flirt with them. You gotta... Bro, if you seen how minimal my fucking text was when I was fucking these hoes, bro, your fucking head will spin. The only time that I'm not... Every time I try to go back to another nigga, or let's say I be like, oh, this nigga fucked 1,000 bitches, man. Let me peep this shit out. And I be like, oh, let me see if this text shit work, just to test the shit out. And I be like, nope, my shit still work at a higher percentage than this nigga. That's what made me jump. That's what made me make this motherfucking channel for real. That's what made me make this channel for real. I'm like, nigga, it's niggas that's talking about red pill shit, but how many of these niggas was real fucking whores for real? Like, really was like that. You know what I mean? It's niggas acting like that, like niggas like Fresh, they acting like they was like that, but it ain't adding up. You feel me? It ain't adding up. Like, the motherfucker still doing like childish, immature shit for a grown ass man to be doing if he was really out here really getting pussy like that. Because a nigga that's really getting pussy like that, they really cold to a bitch. Like, they really don't, they don't gotta say shit like, oh, my BBC, or oh, I got a big old dick. Oh, they like, nigga, what the fuck you gotta say all that shit for? Like, I've never met no real solid, and you gotta understand, a lot of real solid ass real niggas ain't on the internet for real. You know what I mean? Because we be really busy for real. Like it's real ass salespeople that I've ran across. You won't find that motherfucker on a YouTube video. It's real niggas that was really slaying pussy, like cold niggas, like niggas that was real good at it. You feel me? It's niggas that I ran into, I'm like, damn, nigga, every time we go out, we both fucking something. You know what I mean? Them niggas, you'll never catch them niggas on the internet. You will never catch them motherfuckers on the internet talking about something. I'm gonna teach you how to text and shit like that. It's just that when, man, it's very rare to find these motherfuckers. But I remember I met a motherfucker that was damn near just as cold as me, and it's rare. Because usually guys that's like trying to get girls and pick up, they all a little off, because they all putting their whole value behind a bitch liking them back or some shit. Like they all weird with bitches, talk funny to bitches, they all got some weird little tick. But every now and again you'll run across a motherfucker that's just as cold as you with a bitch and get all the pussy. You'll run across a motherfucker, you be like, damn man, me and this nigga cold as fuck with hoes. Get all the pussy. We ain't got no problem pulling. We ain't got no problem making shit happen with a bitch. We ain't got no problem. You feel me? Like it's just easy fucking going. You know what I mean? But then you get that over the top pickup artist motherfucker. You go out with that nigga, you be like, damn, this nigga fucking my shit up. I don't want to do a 2-set with this motherfucker. This motherfucker doing too fucking much with the bitch. But you get two cold motherfuckers, oh, it's gonna be a fun night. That's why, if I can't find a motherfucker like me, I had way more fun by myself than I've even in a group by myself with no weird ass nigga fucking it up. Good time. I done had a situation where a bitch, I done said hi to her coming out of her car. She's like, oh, it's my birthday. Come meet my friends. Come kick it with me. I'm by myself. Where your friends at? Oh, I'm chilling. I'm solo tonight. Oh, that's so cool. Kick it with me and my friends. She show you her friends. The other bitch hotter, and the other bitch all up on you trying to suck your dick. Trying to take you from the bitch that brought you to the motherfucking group. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the type shit I'm on. So, at the end of the day, bro, I'm just gonna say this flat out. If you worried about your bitch having a work boyfriend, motherfucker, that should never be a main bitch. You know what I mean? A rotation bitch, bro, let that bitch be free. You know what I mean? Like, my rotation bitches, I'm not really hard on them bitches like that. I ain't really holding them to no fucking standards and no shit like that, because I'm not the type of nigga that's trying to change a bitch. I just understand the bitch. You feel me? I feel like a lot of niggas be trying to change a bitch, and that's how you end up in marriages, because you ain't never gonna really change her, bro. A hoe always gonna be a hoe. That's why when all these niggas be giving these porn stars a chance, be like, I married her even though she was a porn star, but she's monogamous to me. I'm like, motherfucker, you really don't know how cold this fucking world is, bro. She giving that pussy to somebody that don't give a fuck about her, bro. You just don't know it. You feel me? You really just don't fucking know it. When she telling you that she don't want to fuck you because, you know, something was on the floor or she's not feeling right, there is somebody that she's not making those excuses for. I wish a bitch would jump up in my car talking about some, you know, I'm not feeling right or da-da-da. Man, you better suck this motherfucking dick or get out. Get to fucking walking back home, bitch. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? So that's the type time it's on, bro. If you worried about your bitch with a work boyfriend, if you even got to thought of that shit, bro, just be like, this is a rotation bitch. She don't get no main bitch treatment. This bitch she don't get no wedding. She don't get no ring. She don't get nothing that a main bitch would get. Nothing that a main bitch would get. And to be honest, these fucking whores, they have more respect for you when you don't take them serious, because they be like, this nigga really got options for real. Cause he know how to put me in my fucking place. He know I ain't no fucking main bitch, no matter what I tell him. I can sit here and tell this nigga till I'm blue in the face, what do you mean? I'm perfect. I cook, I clean, I will never cheat. Bitch be lying like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna end this shit on that, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, bro, if you have that shit in your gut and you really feel like a bitch might have a work boyfriend, bro, move the fuck on, bro. Put her in the rotation. You feel me? I like my main bitch, she gotta come like that. I don't create my main bitch. I don't turn my bitch into a main bitch. My main bitch is damn near a fucking virgin type chick. Don't want to be on the internet. Don't want to be out and about. Don't want to be online with she just not like that. You feel me? She just don't come that way. You know what I mean? That's the main bitch. Rotation bitch, bro. If you fucking with hot bitches, bro, 9 times out of 10, bro, you probably ain't the only one fucking her, bro. I'm just gonna be real with you. Hot bitches know they hot, bro, and they like to fuck. And they love fucking the nigga that don't care about them, bro. They not really fucking, maybe every now and again they'll fuck one of those weird ass pickup artist type guys who always sexting them and putting a lot of effort into them. But the real hot chicks, bro, they not fucking with them niggas, bro. Them niggas is really lame to those girls, bro. Unless he got like money or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like Fresh, he be leading with money and shit. Maybe every now and again he'll catch a hot bitch or some shit. But if he be acting goofy and shit around them hoes like that, my BBC and shit, bro, he just turning the bitch off. But you can also, her respect for him can start real high. So that's how come I don't think he was really getting pussy before that. Before he got money, I don't think that nigga was getting pussy, because he would have never ended up with no fat bitch. With a baby mama drama with no fat bitch that he was about to marry. He's talking about he fucked 1,000 bitches before the fame and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. When your respect high, you can make more mistakes. You know what I mean? If a bitch see you like, oh, he an internet influencer, oh, he got money, oh, he got this, it's gonna start high with them. But the more sucker shit you do, it's just gonna keep dropping. But if it don't drop lower than their threshold, you find they still gonna give you the pussy. But you probably ain't gonna get everything out that bitch. You probably ain't gonna get everything out that bitch. You feel me? And yeah, man, and shit, that's a good little topic, man. I'm glad I discussed that. But with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.